FlossTube. Oh, that sun is like really blowing stuff out here. We're gonna be a mess today. That's fine. It's all good. It's Sarah, our Stitching Kingdom. It is Friday, August 23rd, 2019. Flying solo today. Kids are back in school. I'm gonna try and do this pretty quick before I have to go get the kids from school, so super excited to be here, super excited to share with you my progress. If you could see to the side, I mean, my craft room is a mess, but I have piles of, because we've got plans and we've got stuff that I worked on. So let's just hop into it, and I'm like cutting my head off here. We're gonna scooch back. All right, there we go. It's FlossTube 39. Last week was FlossTube 38, which was my golden floss tube, because I'm 38, so didn't even register until I was like uploaded, and I was like, oh, I should have said something, but that's how it goes. So we worked on, for last week we were doing our owls, and we were doing our owl exams, and I was being super extra and trying to get outstanding on all of them, which I did, so I was very proud of myself for doing that. On Wednesday I worked on the Tiny Modernist Sleepy Hollow. Just have to find it in my pile of stuff here. That's in my Marauders map bag by Janet Delicious Threads. And I worked on, and I also worked on this for today too, but I think I told you about this. I finished the ghosts and stuff up here. I'm not going to unfold it, but finished the whole top little portion, and then I'll show this in a second. Like I said, we're a hot mess today. Worked on 10B for arithmancy, and this is, I am so close to finishing this guy. I'm so close. And this is by Wendy at Wending Designs, and she's on Etsy, and she's also on Instagram. Let me post a picture of it. Go. I mean, you can really see what it looks like now, but just my top. So the only things I have to finish, because I did a ton of beading for divination and for arithmancy. I did do the beading for arithmancy. I did a lot of the back stitching, but I've got this border right here, and then up here. This is actually the bottom. There we go. That's better. But I've got that border to finish, and it's a combination of road stitches, so it's just a copy of this inner border right here with all the little. And so there's a Jessica stitch with a bead, a dense road stitch, an Algerian eyelet, a rice stitch, and then it just repeats, which is really fun. So that's gonna go right there, and that's gonna be done. So I could seriously knock this guy out pretty quick, because I've only got like just a little bit to do. But, oh, look at that sparkle. Love it. So it'll be really fun when that one finishes. Ooh, blingy blingy. So, because I was working on beads for divination, I finished all the beads that I could. And then I pulled out one of my sugar skulls by Mill Hill. And this one is Rosa, because she's pink. Oh my goodness gracious. I'll just pull her out this way. And so I just worked on the beads for her. And this is Rosa. Oh, she's upside down. That's nice. So I worked on her, and so I just did the beads around the corner there. Get that better. Look at that. So we'll pull her out later when I want something quick to work on, because those little Mill Hill sugar skulls, they're super fun, they're super fast. I finished a purple one already, so come on, get in there. And if I don't pack up after I show it, I'm gonna be a complete mess. They released the Stiach pattern on Saturday, or on Friday night. I won't to say. Yes, maybe. One of those days. Anyway, it's being kept in my Harry Potter bag by Rika, House of Stitch and Stash. And it's a mystery, so I don't have like a pattern or anything like that. And the cool thing about Stiach is that they release, like, it's seriously a mystery. Like, they don't release little bits at a, like seriously little bits at a time. They told us the dimensions, which was like 100 and something by 80 something, and so we don't know if it's gonna go this way, or if it's gonna go this way, or if it's gonna go that way, or even that way. So I used some sulky to grid it, but those are there's some blended threads. I did some 3/4 cross stitches instead of just quarter cross stitches, but we'll fix that. That was kind of annoying, but so kind of cool. This one is a full solid block of color. This one has blends, and then the other two also have blends. And this is on 36, I think, 32 or 36. Picture this plus Tycho. So, and it was just a metallic sulky that I used to grid, and that was my first time gridding, so that was really fun. And I've got the colors. Let's see here. I've got it in my Floss Buddy. So, and then any extras are in a smaller bag. Put you there. So that's for Stiach. I think I want to say the next one comes out either today or tomorrow. And then, so Monday we started our new homework with our celebrating the ministry being going better, things are good. Things are getting better. So, because we are at the end of book 5. So, no spoilers if you haven't read it. I love it. So, it's not my favorite. I was watching Dusty Marie, and we have this similar thoughts on it. It's not my favorite book, and it's not my favorite movie, because Harry is very whiny. I remember the first couple times I've read it, I was just like, ooh, stop it. And I think one of the times I read it, I was dealing with an angsty teenager, and so the feelings were very real. And so it was just like, ugh. But now that when you reread it and you re-listen to it, and you know what's going on in Harry's head, and you know who's in Harry's head, you can understand why he feels that way. And so I give him a little bit of grace that way, but it's still, I like things that happen. I love seeing in the book, it's much more touching interaction, but when Neville and Harry see each other when they're at St. Mungo's, and because Arthur is there and Neville is visiting his parents, who are in there because they've been driven insane by the Cruciatus curse that was performed by Bellatrix. We find that out in the 4th book. Just breaks your heart, and you love Neville so much more. And then just the power and the strength that he gains in this book, and how much of an amazing person that Neville becomes, and an important person that Neville becomes, is just, I love it. So always for the underdog. But so we had a couple of things. We had to celebrate 11 Death Eaters being captured. We had to do 300 stitches on our 11th whip, and because I finished Alice, I was able to move stuff up. So, and then number 2, Professor Umbridge. She's gone. I don't know where she is, in the forest somewhere, being chased by something. I don't know. But we had to work on anything but pink, because she likes pink, and so we're not working on pink. And then number 3, and this is only valid if you've read the book, because it is not in the movie. There is a joke that the Weasley twins play on Professor Umbridge by turning the 5th floor into a swamp, and she can't undo it, and Filch can't undo it, and so it was pretty fun that way. So we had to work on something that was related to a swamp and do 400 stitches, and that was a bonus. So got that taken care of. So we'll just start with our 11th whip, and this is in a Multicrafty Hermit bag. I got this little zipper fob from Debbie at Snug Harbor Crafts when we did our first little meetup last October, and Stitch West is coming, and we're gonna hang out again, so I'm super excited. But it is Lucky Notes by Shepherd's Bush. I bought the kit. And it's just the lamb's wool, I want to say is what they have it on. Oh no, sorry, white chocolate linen. We worked in purples and greens. So like in that cauldron, I got this cauldron done. And then these fun little swirly guys. But that's that. It's a fun one. The linen is very, very stiff. It's like, not really a fun one. So it's one that I work in hand because it doesn't go in a hoop very well. But Shepherd's Bush designs are pretty small and pretty quick. So at least this one, I mean. I have Liberty Notes too. They're fun ones. And I also worked on the Tiny Modernist salve. This one I worked on the one that is no pink, the 300 stitches in no pink. And, oh, it's going to be, let's see, that way. Because my top is right, yeah, because this is the top right there. And this is going to be a circle, so it's going to be the same motif repeated. So there's a pumpkin, a gravestone, big purple gravestone, and there's some, I haven't done the back stitching yet, so, ooh, focus. And then there's another pumpkin, and then this same little motif will go here, here, and here. And this is 40 count ancient. This is my first time working on 40 count. I have to wear my glasses. I can't wear my contacts, or if I do, I have to have like really, really super bright light. So, which is fine because I've got a not light, but it's been really fun to get this one almost finished. I've started the border part too. Haven't started the inner part, but have the pattern, so it's great. Super cute, super fun. Got my fan on because it's still kind of hot even though it is August and it's starting to wind down, but we're still getting 90-degree days, so yes. So put this guy away. So he'll come out in a little bit. And then I did Snail Slime by Hands On Design, the Scary Apothecary series. So right there. That's my broomstick fuel. That'll come out later, maybe, I don't know. But this is what snail slime will look like. And Clary, or it's not Clary, Claire from Beautiful Clarity, there we go. She got this as well. This is a fun one. I love the Krynic. And this is, I'm going to actually work on this for a couple things, but I'll tell you about that in a second. But this was, oops, let's not do that. There, that's better. So I got Take a Slug and started the top of part of the S. So right, the bottom S. So got right there. Super fun. And I love the variegation of this. And the fun thing is, this is River Rock, the gray, and there's a green underneath called Frog's Legs. And then this is Shamrock, this kind of bluish tealy color, and then this is Beansprout, is the S. So Frog's Legs could have worked for a swamp too, because there's frogs in a swamp. But this one will be part of plans, because they did release the September and October extra credit, so in School of Magical Stitches, pardon my leaning. And then, so got that finished, a little over 400 stitches done on that. And then last night and today I'm going to be working on my small for Stitch West. It's really pretty, it's a 28 count opalescent Lugana from Silk Weaver. It's called Midas Touch. I'm just going to show you a little bit here, and then I'm not going to show it anymore. I'm just going to say I've worked on it. But it's a little sneaky peek. This is I've changed all the colors to stuff I've had. So this is a color in cotton, which I've loved working with. It's called Dracula, which is kind of fun. And then this variegated one is one I got in a Stitchy box. Cottage Garden Threads called Oregano. And so, very pretty. I like it. And then I'm also going to be using copper from Weeks Dye Works. And then there's a couple of DMCs in there, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to do that. And it's in the October Cross Stitch magazine that I borrowed from my mom while she's playing in Indianapolis. By the way, my parents celebrated their 44th wedding anniversary on the 22nd, on yesterday. Yes, on the 22nd. I don't know where I'm going today, but yeah, 44 years they've been married, so I love them. And they always, because their wedding coincides with the American Legion and American Legion Auxiliary National Convention, they celebrate it in a different city every year, which is really fun. Except for, you know, obviously the year they got married, they were not there. But we've gone to Hawaii a couple times with them. We were trying to make it out there because it is the 99th convention of the American Legion Auxiliary, 100th of the American Legion, so it was super fun. Really quick, let's jump into plans, because I don't have a ton of time, but we'll do plans. So, and I've got some purchases in the plans as well, because I couldn't resist, and then they actually worked with the plans. So, we are doing, for September and October, we're doing book 6, which is Half-Blood Prince, which I like. It's a really hard book, but you get more information about what's going on and kind of more of the mind of Voldemort, of Tom, and so, but it's not my, you know, it is sad, but you get to see the growth of a lot of the characters and things like that, and things needed to happen for a reason. And that's one of those things. I apologize, I'm like really blown out here, but oh well. So the challenges are 500 stitches on something related to royalty, 500, and I'll just do this. 500 stitches on something in a collection, because Voldemort collected things, and so it has to have at least 8 designs. Feels like there's a pin on the floor there. 500 stitches on a piece whose designer starts with a letter in the word Snape, S-N-A-P-E. Either first or last name for individuals or first word for companies. 500 stitches on something that looks like a pygmy puff. That one was a hard one. 500 stitches on something related to a spider in memory of Aragog. 500 stitches on something related to love, or in red or pink for Harry and Ginny. 500 stitches on something with a potion, beacon, or cauldron in it. 500 stitches on something related to one of the Horcruxes. Explain which one. There are 8. And 500 stitches on a design that starts with a letter from H, B, or P. And 500 stitches using half stitches or back stitching for Half-Blood Prince. So it's 500 half stitches, which equals 250 whole stitches. And we can only do back stitches or half stitches. So black work, you know, anything like that. We can't be cross and X's. So no Rhodes stitches, no Jessica stitches. It's either straight black work or straight back stitching or straight half stitching, half stitches. And then of course watch a movie, Harry Potter and Half-Blood Prince, post a stitching post before, like a before and after picture. And we'll be watching, because that's the only homework I don't have completed for Order of the Phoenix, and we're doing that this weekend. So love it. So we'll start with something related to royalty, and I'm going to be doing Barbara Anna's A Wicked Plant, because there is, where's my cover page? There it is. You can't see it in here really good, but right there is a crown. Oh, I just went upside down. That's fun. So right there's a crown. Oh, this is gonna be, hang on. There, that's better. But there's a crown right there that I'm gonna, so I'm gonna use that to relate to that. And this is where I am right now. So the crown is just over by, across from the E there, so that'll be fun. And I'm actually using this also on something with a spider, because, and if I don't have enough in this one, because I'm finishing this, I'm going to start stitching on this one, but if I don't have enough to finish out the 500, I'll switch it to one of the scary apothecaries. But there's a cute little spider right there, and a cute little spider right there, so that can represent that. Put this guy away. And then the one, oh, did I put it, where did they go? Oh, they're right there. So, something that's part of a collection. I'm working on Scary Apothecary. I'll probably work on Probably start one of them because broomstick fuel I'm using for an ultimate extra credit. So we shall see. But I'll save spider's legs if I need that one for the spider one. But we've got skeleton polish, and we have bitter brew, bat balm, and cauldron cleaner, coffin paint, and cackle lozenges. So there's quite a few, and then obviously the ones that I'm working on, the broomstick fuel and the snail slug, or the snail slime. So I'm going to pick one of those to work on. And then for number 3, sorry, I keep looking over, something that starts with a letter in the word Snape is Shannon Christine Designs published this gorgeous koi pond mandala. And I saw it on her Instagram, and then I saw it and was like, oh, I've got to get it. So, and she uses dinky dyes, and she's got she's doing a bead pack, and it's just going to be so much fun. So now I just have to pick it out. So this is part of haul, but it's also part of plans. So it's gorgeous. So I'll link her below. Write that down so I don't forget. And then the other one was the Pygmy Puff. Oh my goodness, the Pygmy Puff. There's nothing out there that looks like a Pygmy Puff. Well, kind of, but like you would think that they would stitch something that looks like a Pygmy Puff or be easy to chart. I don't know. But so what I'm doing, and they're purple or pink. So I found this pattern on Etsy, and it's from Peony Stitch. I'll link it below. I talked to Kim Hollenbeck. I was like, does anybody have any ideas? And she's like, I don't, I've been working on magical creatures, but I was like, hey, that's nice. But I'm going to take this little cutie right here. I'll probably have to give it another eyes. I'll have to adjust it somehow. But take that guy and then change it to pink or purple or maybe a combination of both and make it look. Probably take off the legs. We'll figure it out somehow. So that'll be fun. But that's my Pygmy Puff. And also a purchase. And then showed the spider already. Something related to love. I'm going to do things unseen because that is about love. And where's my picture? And this is by Lizzy Kate. And I'm right here finishing underneath the bird. I think I'm actually doing these little motifs right over here. I'm not going to pull it out, but we're going to work on that. And then snail slime, I'm going to work on that. I'm not going to pull it out again, but I'm good because that one has a beacon or a cauldron. And then something that relates to one of the Horcruxes. There's a mess in here, friends. Is going to be my Lady of the Flag, because I'm going to do Rowena Ravenclaw, her diadem, and Our Lady of the Flag is wearing a diadem. Not that I'm up this far, I'm only in like this area, but she's still wearing it, so I'm making it count. So, put that one, and then HB or P, I'm going to use my blue Moroccan lace. Oh, I didn't show my Sora. That's okay, I'll show him in a second. But, this is in one of my Garon toten bags. And, just gonna pull it up a little bit. So much fun. I love it. So it'll be nice to work on this one again. I just don't want to pull it all the way out because it's a kind of a pain to get back in. Because Sora's going to be the same issue, but that's okay. So working on that. And then for my half stitches or black stitches on my Tiny Armada Designs Tiny Halloween stitch along. I was looking at it, I was going through my stuff and I was like, oh, I need something, and I printed a blackwork piece because I was like, I don't have anything that has a whole bunch of back stitching right across here, and because I only have the pattern, so I'm not going to show it, but right across the word Halloween is a backstitch gate. There we go. And that's all I have to do pretty much. I've got some gravestones down here to finish, but that's, you know, I can at least get that out of the way. So that'll be fun to have that finished. And if that doesn't work, this is a free pattern from, it's called Persian Flower. It's the Liz Almond. I'm just going to show it back here. So I'll probably use something fun in my stash if I have to start that one. So that's what I've got for plans. I also did work on a couple other things. What are you? Oh, that's my sister's. So that's you. So I worked on Sora for a little bit for my Muggle studies, because Sora is a video game character and Muggles play video games. To move, well, I don't have to move that out of the way. I just have to get my Floss buddy out. Door shutting. But I cheated a little bit. I finished the 200 stitches, so I was really happy with that. But look! Look, look, look! I'm not doing black stitches! I kind of got into some confetti right there. So, it's the top of Donald's, there's a medallion right here that's Donald Duck. So it's the top part of the medallion, and I was like, ah ha ha! So I was very proud of myself. I was like, and I showed my husband, he kind of laughed at me. I was like, look, it's not black. And he laughed at me. He's like, you're a nerd. I was like, I know, but I'm, and we always say that. I always say, I'm a nerd. And he's like, yeah, but you're my nerd. You're mine too. Love that guy. He's amazing. So that's what I have for cross stitching. I mentioned her a little bit earlier, but there's a new to me FlossTuber, and last night I binge watched all of her episodes. I like watching on like 1.5 speed. It's nice. 1.75 sometimes if I'm like, I gotta get through something, but I want to watch something. So, but her name's Claire, another Claire. Beautiful Clarity is her Instagram handle, and also her YouTube her YouTube channel. I'll link her below. She's amazing, and just she's a new cross stitcher. She only started back in November of last year, and she's like, to see her progress in her videos is amazing. And so, and she's awesome. I just very, very wonderful person. Just very cool. So hi, Claire. And then I will insert a picture of what I stitched for Carrie and Stitches. She got my parcel, and so from our Great Biscorner swap, so she loved it. So I'll insert a picture of what I sent for that. But, so yeah, that's lots of fun. And her parcel, oh, excuse me, is in Los Angeles when I tracked it last. So, which means that they sent it over the Great Northern Route, which is kind of interesting, but that's my previous travel agent knowledge there, is that there's different ways of getting from, you don't have to fly. If you're flying from the west coast of the United States, or even to the west coast of the United States from Europe, you don't have to always fly across the United States. You can fly what they call the Great Northern Route, which is kind of over Greenland and stuff. So there's some geography information for you. We're gonna have an interesting weekend this week. We were up kind of late, and that's the other thing, is I'm a little loopy. We were up late with little Miss Alice. She wasn't feeling good. She started school this week, so it's probably, your body does weird things when you're back to school, back to new routine. So we're getting pictures taken for her tonight in her pretty dress that we got for her baptism. So and then September is just going to be a whirlwind because we've got her birthday, we've got her baptism, we've got all craziness, but it'll be fun. And then plus all the other stuff going on with school. Nate, our 14-year-old, he's trying out for, or he is going to be on the cross-country team for his high school, or for his junior high. So we're really super excited for him to want to do that. And he's super excited, and his teachers are super excited. Like, it was, he told the coach, and then it was just all over the school, like with all the teachers. They're like, oh, you're gonna do cross-country. And everybody was like super encouraging and super excited for him. So love their school. Their school's amazing. And sorry, FlossTube, we've got allergies going on, so it's crazy time of the year. So with that, Stitch West, come to Stitch West. I think there's still a couple spots left. I'm trying to think of anything else. I think that's it. I hope everybody has a great week. Hope everybody has a safe and happy weekend. Love you all. Have a good one. See ya. Bye.